Hey everyone, in this video, let's do a tutorial of Riffusion AI music. In order to do so, here we are at Refusion.com, and let's just take a look at the various functions that you have access to with Refusion. First of all, if you are looking to create music, you can get started by just clicking on the chat box here up at the top. So you're not going to find a create option here in the menu. So just click on this up here, and then you can start with just creating a simple song. If you just have a simple idea that you want to put in here, let's say you want to do a commercial jungle, and we want to make sure that that's instrumental. We can add some more details, let's say with a jazz style, something like that. Then all we have to do is click on generate, and there we go. Refusion is now hard at work generating our song, and it's pretty quick. It'll only take here about a minute, as fast as you could see that going. We'll go ahead and click on the chat box here again, and now we're going to click on compose, and this is where you're going to get the more advanced functions. And first off, you could see that we can toggle instrumental off and on, and if you have that off, then you can add your lyrics here. So if you have lyrics, you can put those in there, or you can use the ghostwriter option here. So we can click on that. We'll say, what should the lyrics be about? Let's say a song about time travel. Why not? And we're going to say, write for me. And now the ghostwriter is hard at work. And then here, while that's working, you can see that we have our sound option. So we can just put in the describe here, in describe, we can describe it ourselves. So let's just say synthwave. So we can do that, but we can also use the options down here at the bottom. So this is a good way of being able to get that as well. Let me just see here. Doesn't seem like you can go further to the right than that, but let's see here our lyrics now. We've just got we've got our lyrics here, and so you could see that now we have our song and we've got our lyrics. So that's pretty cool. And so you could just go through and you can edit this however you want. So then down here, we can either describe the sound or vibe, or we can select from our options here. So this is kind of interesting. Moon. I'm not sure what that means, but let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's go ahead and add an angelic choir. Why not? Let's have no idea what sun means either, but let's go ahead and put that in there. And so now we've got the basic for our song: moon, angelic choir, sun. Curious to see what that looks like. And if we wanted to, then we can just hit generate here. Let me go ahead and click on advanced. And here you can see that we get some more options. You can see we have lyric strength, weirdness. We can change the seed. We can change the model. Looks like we've got a newer model here, so that's interesting. I think that's relatively new. So you're generally speaking, you're going to want to stick with the newer models. And what we can do here, so first off, we've added our first prompt. We've got the strength. We've got start and end. We can add another sound. So this is actually quite interesting, because what we can do is, let's say we want some guitars in here. And we want the guitars, we want the song to have kind of the vibe, the moon, angelic choir, sun vibe, and we want that to be the first 2 minutes. So if we wanted to modify that, then we could do that. And then here we could say we want more guitars coming in at around 2 minutes. So we can add more sound. You can add up to 3. So this is very interesting how this works. So it really kind of gives you a little bit more control over how the prompts work. Instead of just like a basic prompt, you can actually create like 3 sections of your song. And so you can play around with that. We're going to go ahead and just stick with the first 2 just because. And, you can play with the lyric strength and the weirdness of it too, if you want to play around with these bars and see what the effect of that is. Lyric strength, I think, like if we wanted to dial that down, then I believe what that's going to do is that's going to change how much the lyrics are the focus of the song. And then weirdness is sort of like, how much do you want the AI to be taking chances with the style of the song? If you want more weirdness, if you want it to be like very strange and experimental, dial that up. If you want it to be more predictable, then dial that down. So we'll just go ahead and leave that around there. So now we've got our lyrics, we've got our prompts, and we can go ahead and hit generate. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the upload option here since we're here right now. Let's go ahead and click on that. So what you can do is you can click on that, and if you have a music file on your device, then you can bring that in. Now, I've played with this before, and this is something that Suno is an example of something that has a similar function. But with Suno, you can record yourself singing, and then you can bring this in here, and then Suno will take your vocals and your lyrics, and it will create a song that's kind of based on that. And of course, the prompts that you're using. I've tried this with Refusion, and it doesn't seem to work the same way. The way that it works is more so if you have a song that's already done, then you can upload that here and you can create a cover of the song. So you can upload that, and then you can change like the prompt, the style, and everything, and then Refusion is going to redo the song based on the prompt. Now, that's something that might be updated. Maybe we could take a look at that here, but we're just trying to do an overview. So just you can play around with that, try it out. But if you're expecting it to work exactly the way that Suno does, then it might not. So just be aware of that. But let's go ahead and click on generate. And now that's going to go ahead and generate. So let's take a quick listen to our commercial jingle. We've got a couple of options here. Refusion will always generate 2 options, so that's quite nice. So let's just take a quick listen and hear what the results are like. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. And the results are really quite nice. Very clean sounding. There's no shimmer in there, at least from what I've heard so far. I've tried this a few times and I've never heard the infamous shimmer sound that sometimes you get with AI music. It certainly is possible that you might get that, but for the most part, really clean. And one of the things, I haven't mentioned it yet, but one of the great things about Refusion is it's free. It's completely free. You can come here, you can play around, make music, and it's entirely free. So that's one of the main advantages that it has over some of the other platforms that are out there. Now, that might change because it's still in beta, and so it could very well be that they're drawing people in, and then at some point you are going to have to pay that subscription. But for the time being, it is free. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead and just take a quick listen to the other option here. So also very cool. So if you're looking for music for a product demonstration or whatever it might be, Refusion is a really great option. It's one of my favorite music generating apps at this point. I'm starting to use it a lot more. So check it out. Let's go ahead and check out our time travel song here. I'm curious to hear what this sounds like.
I walked into a coffee shop today. Just another morning, nothing strange to say. Then I saw your face across the room, and something shifted like a change in tune. 'Cause I swear I knew you from before, but the math just doesn't add up anymore. Your style was straight from 85, but here you are, so real, so alive.
So there you go. I mean, that's pretty cool. That sounds really nice, really clean. I mean, I would highly recommend you take a look at Refusion. Let's just take a peek here at the other one.
I walked into a coffee shop today. Just another morning, nothing strange to say.
So yeah, there you go. I mean, check out Refusion. It's great. Now, if you want to change, for example, if you want this to be a female singer, then you would have to specify that in your prompts. Sometimes it'll just do it randomly. You might get female, you might get male. But if you want specifically one or the other, then you just have to make sure that you specify that in your prompts, and it should be fine. So that gives you an idea of everything that you can do Refusion. It's a really great platform. I highly recommend it. We'll just take a quick look here. You've got your projects over here. You can create a new project. You can create playlists. So that's really cool. You can personalize your Refusion experience. Now, this becomes available at debut level. So you're going to see here that we still have quite a ways to go before we get to that point. But one of the cool things here is that Refusion learns to generate music with your unique aesthetic over time. So that's very cool. That's very interesting. I haven't gotten there yet myself, but I am keen on doing that. And yeah, you could see here we have some suggestions for how to reach our debut level. So we have to create 50 songs, create a cover, listen to a featured song, favorite 20 songs. So those are all things that can help to accelerate you to the point where you get to debut. But again, Refusion, really cool. Check it out. Highly recommended. It's one of my favorite music apps that are out there now. The results are really quite nice. It does have certain limitations, but it's in beta and they're still working on improving it. But for the time being, if you're just looking for some simple music, highly recommend Refusion. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe. And don't forget to set your notifications for more helpful tips. Also, if you're interested in My Stylus AI, you can gain access to an AI companion for academic document writing. Unlock your writing potential with My Stylus, find relevant sources, effectively manage references, refine with AI editing, and get instant help through AI chat research. It's perfect for bloggers. And if you use promo code SkillcraftAI10, you can get 10% off your subscription. You'd also be helping us out as well, and we would certainly appreciate it.